Mr. T here for another video. So, for those of you who haven't seen, this is my second video in a little mini series I'm doing on Pokemon cards. Go watch the first one, just titled Favorite Pokemon Cards. So, I am going to be doing two videos where I show you my favorite Pokemon cards that I actually own. And I broke it up into two videos because it wouldn't be fair to all my other Pokemon cards if I didn't. I have a one where I have just my regular Pokemon cards that aren't Charizard, and then another video that's Charizard. Because if I didn't break it up, Charizard would be like 8 of my top 10. So, the first video was just general Pokemon cards. Go watch that. And now it's time we do Charizard. Look at, there's my little Charizard, my 3D print right there. And then there's my other Charizard right there. I love Charizard. Right? And then my Charizard shirt. I am a Charizard fanboy. But I'm not one of those like bandwagon ones who jumped on him now. I've been a Charizard fan since 1998 when the first games came out in the USA. I was 4 years old. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. So my number 10 favorite Charizard card is from Crystal Guardians, the Delta series or Delta species, and it is this one. So, I love this one. It is not only just a cool card, but I love the type change. That's the thing. Electric is my favorite type overall, if you didn't see my typing videos. And this one just looks so cool. I love how it's actually an electric steel typing. That's so cool how they change it up like that. And it just looks cool. And I love the Delta series, the Delta species cards. These things are such cool, solid cards. I wish I could have pulled this naturally back in the day, but I couldn't, so I ended up using my adult money to buy it, and I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, along with several of these cards. All right, so I think this card just looks cool. It's got a nice design on it, and I love the typing of it. Now, for my number 9, this is the Sword and Shield promo. It's actually not super rare because it was available in a lot of the boxes, but I love this card. All right, and again, it's the Sleeping Charizard. So I just think it's so cool how Charizard just got out of this like big battle of Venusaur. Probably whooped Venusaur's butt because Venusaur sucks and Charizard's better, and I will die on that hill. But it's like all this destroyed field and burning logs, and then Charizard just sitting there chilling. Right? It's so cool to see. And that's the thing, is I said this in my other video, I like the cards where it doesn't just show Pokemon just straight battling. It shows these cool cards where it's like Pokemon are sleeping or helping out around the house, or Timber in my last video, hint, hint. If you haven't seen it yet, it shows Pokemon outside of just battling. Because again, like I mentioned in my last video, very few people in the real world would actually be Pokemon trainers and going out and battling and doing gym battles. They would use their Pokemon for day-to-day life. So to see Pokemon like this where they're like sleeping, and yes, I know Charizard just get out of a battle by the scenes, but just to see Pokemon like sleeping and stuff, they're so cool. Like the Sleeping Mew card and stuff. They're just really cool cards, and I love it. I have like 4 or 5 of these, by the way. I actually got one by a trade. The guy just gave it to me. He's like, "You're a Charizard fan? Here you go." Because we have Charizard shoes, my son and I, so he just gave it to us. Not this one. This is one of the ones I pulled. Well, pulled. It's a promo card. Now, my next one, my number 8, it's going to be my first graded card. You can see it here. I actually pulled like 4 or 5 of these cards naturally, but I bought this one because I don't like trade or sending in graded cards because it's so stupid how PSA grades. I mean, they grade their cards, but the way they grade them, it's like you could have a pristine card, perfect, and they'll give it like an 8. So it's not worth it. I'd rather just buy the card than attempt to get a 10. So whatever. And honestly, I don't mind getting 9s either on certain cards, but Charizard, I gotta get my 10s. So it is from Crown Zenith, and it is the Radiant Charizard. Again, I've pulled like 4 or 5 of these in packs, like just naturally. But this one I did end up getting at a card show. I really like it. And again, Charizard, Shiny Charizard, the black one, looks so cool. It looks like a dragon, even though it's not a dragon type. He's still a dragon. And I just love the way it looks. I have like 4 or 5 of these on this list, by the way. This is not the last Shiny Charizard you're going to see. It's a cool looking card. I like the PSA grading, and I love his move, the Combustion Blast. And the thing that kind of sucks with a lot of Charizard cards is... if you actually use Charizard to actually play the game, the actual Pokemon game, it sucks because most Charizard cards, you either hurt yourself, can't use the move in the next round, or the more common one, and this has been a thing since the base set, is you have to remove energies from your Charizard. So you have these moves that cost 4, 5, 6 energies, and you use it, and you have to get rid of half the energies on it. It's like, why are we hurting my boy like that? Like, don't handicap Charizard, but it is what it is. Okay? So now my number 7 card is a Mega Evolution, and I think you know which Mega it is, X or Y. We all know which one's better. If you think Y is better, please check yourself into an insane asylum. Okay, and that is Mega Charizard X. Now this one is from the XY generations series, not the Flash Fire. I would kill, maybe not kill, but I don't want to get demonetized. I don't even get monetized. But I would do almost anything that's not illegal to get the Mega Charizard X from the Flash Fire, Flash Forge series. The one where it's the actual dragon type. But the thing is it's not that it's super expensive, although it has gotten super expensive lately. I can't find it. I can't find it online. I can't find it in card shops. I've been to like 20 card shows in the last like 3 months. Maybe not that many, but a lot. And no one has it. Okay? So it's hard to find because it's so popular, and I would die to get one of those. I would love to add that to my collection, but for now, I like this one. And it's cool because I like how in the English version of the card, it's the move here, the word here is in Japanese, but apparently on the Japanese version, it's in English. So that's what I was told, but yeah. So that's my number 7. And again, I love Mega Charizard X because it is, or the black and the blue make it look so cool. And then the fire, like seriously, like in what universe? I'm gonna go on so about in what universe do you like, or do you think Charizard Y is better than X? Like, I know people out there who think that, and it's like, did you get dropped on your head as a baby? Like, please check yourself into an insane asylum. All right, off my rant. Now, this next one, I actually pulled this one naturally, and this one is one of my favorite cards. This is my 3rd favorite Charizard card that I've pulled personally, and that is from Paldean Fates, and that is the Terrestrialized Charizard X, the shiny one. Again, I pulled this naturally right before the big push, so for those of you who don't know, Pokemon cards right now are super expensive, and you can't find them anywhere. Like, unless you wait in line for like 3 days, you're not going to buy them at normal price. Okay. So when I was in Safeway and I got one of those little Pokemon boxes, the little white ones, I decided, I'll buy a pack. I got the booster box or the booster pack for Paldean Fates. I was ripped through 5 of them, nothing good. I got to the 6th one, I gave up. I'm like, screw it, nothing good's gonna be in here. I saw the little shininess, and I'm like, okay, cool, something cool. I got to it, when I saw what it was this card, I flipped. I made a noise that I'm not going to repeat. But it's actually funny because my son jumped when I did it. But I love this card. It looks so cool. It is such an awesome design, and the fact that I pulled it myself makes it so much better. I don't mind buying Pokemon cards if it's your favorite card, especially if it's a rare one or one that's harder to find, but there is something special about pulling a card yourself. And the thing is about this, I like the terrestrialized concept. I actually don't hate terrestrialized Pokemon. I think Scarlet and Violet did a cool job with it. I just wish instead of just adding a diamond to their head, they fully terrestrialize the body. Like, I know they technically do, but it's more of just a coating. I wish the terrestrialization was like, it changed the form of the Pokemon. And I know some people are like, oh, well, the coding, but I'm getting sick and tired of that excuse. We have AI and stuff. Like, they can do it now, just like they can do a complete national dex. I want to be able to catch all 1,025 Pokemon in a single game. But I digress. I'm going on too many soapboxes here. All right, now, my number 5, getting into my top 5. This one, I did not pull this one because it's super rare. But it is from Champion's Path, and it is the secret rare. And again, it is the shiny Charizard. This thing is freaking amazing. I love this card. I got it at a card show a couple months back, and I mean, look at it. I mean, Black Charizard looks so cool. It is the coolest shiny Pokemon, and I know I'm just saying that because I'm a Charizard fan, but I know people who don't even like Charizard who think Charizard's got one of the coolest shinies. But I mean, I love how not only is it a shiny card, and it's shiny Charizard, but you can see like the little stars and stuff. The artwork is even shiny. It's just such a cool, solid all-around card, and I love this thing. Now, my top 4, my number 4, this is the Sword and Shield base set promo, and I actually got it in a 10. I actually got it with its companion card, and that is the Sword and Shield base set promo. It is the Charizard V-Star. Now, the thing I love about this, and I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to do a series where I do Pokemon card sets, so cards that actually go together. Not just cards that are cool together, but they actually go together. The cool thing about this is, for those of you who don't know, if you see in the background, there's Mewtwo charging up. There's the Mewtwo card is from Mewtwo's perspective. It's so cool. I mean, I love these cards together. I actually, the Mewtwo card and companion is the only card in my case that's not a Charizard. Or the Charizard line, because I have Charmander and Charmeleon in there as well. And they're side by side because it shows the two perspectives. This is obviously Charizard's perspective, and then you got the perspective of Mewtwo on there. But what's really, really cool is if you look right down here in the little corner, there's a Diglett that looks like super scared. And on the Mewtwo card, you see that same Diglett kind of flying out in the open, and he's like, ah! It's so freaking hilarious and funny. And I love that. And it's funny because I watched a video the other day that Diglett apparently shows up in more cards, or the fan theory is it's that Diglett. And it's if you look in the background of several illustration cards, there's a Diglett that looks like it's getting blown out of the way or it's attacked or something. And people say that it's the same Diglett. So I just think this card looks cool. I have a couple of these cards too. Not PSA 10s. I have like 2 or 3 non-PSA 10s. Or just non-graded. But this one, I actually got the Mewtwo and this one together, and they're sitting side by side next to each other. It's such a cool card. And again, just look at it. The epic battle that's happening, it's so cool. And it's so cool, the attention to detail. Like, you can tell that these cards are companion cards because it is from each other's perspective. It's so cool to see them. Now, for my top 3 favorites. My number 3, and honestly, I probably might have put this one higher. Nostalgia kind of kicked in, but again, I like my top 2 even better. And this is my base set Charizard. I pulled this when I was 5 years old, when the cards first came to the United States. I was a huge Pokemon fan, loved it. I was a nerd. First game I ever played. First game I personally played. I played Mario with my grandpa before. But this is my base set. I've had this card for over 25 years. This is an original base set. I wish I would have got a first edition, and it would have been so cool if it was shadowless. But again, just having this card for over 25 years, 2.5 decades, and I get to show it and share it with my son, and this will be his one day. I mean, nostalgia is hard on this card, especially the fact that I pulled this card myself when I was a little kid. So again, seeing Charizard in the game and then in the TV show and then in the movie and then actually pulling the card myself, it was just, again, if you're a Pokemon fan, you know. If you know, you know. You know. All right. Now my final 2. This card is so cool. I love this card. I mean, it is so unique and so cool. And again, this card's you're gonna see it again in a series of the ones that go together cards, and that's the 151 Charizard EX, the illustration rare. I love this card, and it's so cool because for those of you who don't know, the Charmeleon and Charmander, it's like a canyon. So Charmander's way down here looking up in the canyon. Charmeleon's on like a step here, and then you can see the base of the canyon opening up, and then Charizard's flying in the sky above it. But I love this card. This card is so cool. This isn't just my second favorite Charizard card. Why do I always yawn in my videos with you guys? This isn't just my second favorite Charizard card. This is my second favorite card, period. And I love the way this thing looks. I actually have the Charmander and Charmeleon sitting next to this card in my case. And the funny thing is, I was actually doing a complete master set, which I finally finished, of 151. And I bought this card at a card show. Literally, I kid you not, the next week, I found a Blooming Water set at GameStop. It was the last one they had. I got super lucky. I don't know how I did it. And I pulled a second one of these cards. So not only do I have this card in my case with all my others, I also have this in my master set of 151. So it was so cool how, like, right after I bought it, I ended up pulling one myself. And what the heck just happened to this card? It's getting all messed up in the case. All right. So it's so cool that I was able to actually pull one of these and have it naturally. Now my last one. This is my second favorite card in the history and existence of Pokemon cards. So not just cards that I own. It's my favorite card that I own, but in the grand scheme of Pokemon, this is my second favorite Pokemon card. The only Pokemon card I like better than this one is a Japanese exclusive Sword and Shield promo. And that one I'll never get because that one, I've never been able to find a raw version of it, but the PSA 10 is like $6,000. I would love to get just the raw version of it, but this card is the one I'm looking for a 10 in this. Normally I don't mind 9s because you still get the card at a really low price, but this one, I want a 10 of this one, but the problem is it's like $1,500. So the 9, super cheap compared to the 10. And that is the Sword and Shield, the Brilliant Stars. I love this card design. This is easily one of the greatest card designs of all time. Again, the only card I like more than this one in just the grand scheme of Pokemon is the one where the Japanese one. It's the same card. It's basically the same card, but it's the artwork is flipped around. It's still Charizard fighting Venusaur, but from a different angle. And I love it, because Charizard's gonna win because Venusaur sucks. But this card just looks so cool, and I have loved this card since the moment I first saw it. And then when I was finally able to get one myself, I wish I could have pulled this naturally, but just having this card is amazing. And so bad I want to get a 10, but the 10s have been skyrocketing in price. I almost got one at a card show for under $1,000, and now they're going for like almost. They're like, I think it's like, I saw one sold on eBay like last week for like $2,000. So I'm like, yep, my hope of getting a 10 is, well, it's never going to happen at this point. But yeah, this card is so amazing. Easily my second favorite Pokemon card ever. This is my favorite English Pokemon card, because that other one is only available in Japanese. So this one is so amazing, right? All right. Well, those are my top 10 favorite Charizard cards. Go see the other video with my top 10 favorite non-Charizard Pokemon cards. Charizard's still the best. He's the GOAT. And then stick around. It's not gonna be my next video, but it'll be down the road. I'm gonna do one where cards that go together, like the Charizard Mewtwo, the Deerling and Sawsbuck for my last video, the Charizard, the 151. Really, it's Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. I'll have their cool sets. So I'm gonna do another one of those coming up pretty soon. So as always, stay beautiful, Americans, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace.